So we're here again on Safe Settings OMO Pastor.
Yeah.
Ikeoluwa.
I am on OMO Pastor, one proud one though.
Thank God for that. And today we're looking at the topic money matters.
Kodi, money
Does money really matter to a pastor's family?
Ah! Why would you say money no matter? Why would you even be asking that kind of question?
I'm just thinking because sometimes it looks as if they're expected to just be about heaven and
I know that this is not in the Bible, but I'm very sure that everybody have heard it. That money is the jet and the keke and everything. The vehicle that is going to transport the ministry, the gospel from one place to another. So money does matter.
Let me go through the overview of today's topic.
Okay.
So that we can dive into it. Majority of pastors suffer in silence over finances. And so do the children. That's the irony. Most pastors' children have significant financial challenges, whether they are in primary school or they are in secondary school or they are in higher institution.
Or teenagers.
Yeah. And the concern is that pastors don't confide in anyone outside their household about financial stress, because they often feel that they have no one to turn to except God. So they kind of cast the burden of finances on God and He supplies. However, these bills are real.
Yeah, definitely.
The school fees are real.
Well,
the need for clothing, real.
Definitely.
Medical bills are real. Even the need for socialization, children want to go out, hang out with their friends and all that.
That is
all
very,
those things
very
are real. So what do we need to look at this thing, okay? Because sometimes the financial situation is so prolonged that it spans through the entire developmental stage of a child.
A child is young, a baby, the child is already managing. The child becomes a teenager and the child is already managing. Grows up until the child is an adolescent and youth.
Learning to
manage. That makes me question things like, is it that pastors think that money don't matter? Because growing up in a pastor's family, all things being good, I had a very good upbringing. I wore the choicest clothes during holidays and all. I went to good school and all. But then I grew up in a society where we had to interact with other pastors' family. And I saw and I wondered that what exactly is going on. So, do you think that money is vanity?
I don't think pastors think that money is vanity, but it is just that initial desire, initial passion for the things of God, and they are going into it without putting into consideration certain aspects of life.
Yes.
Because the child that is growing in that home, that is experiencing financial strain,
the child now follow you to collect the calling.
They can start having the impact can be on their physical, emotional, mental, social, even spiritual health.
Especially for me, I see that as especially spiritual health.
And that is why what you said makes sense, that they will not want now to be part of that. You now say, as a pastor's child, would you like to be a pastor?
Well,
quickly here.
The one I have done as a child, the ministry I have done.
Pastoring now.
Since when? Me. When I was in kindergarten, what's that, children's church? I will lead praise and worship, lead prayer session. I've been doing this ministry since.
So it just always looks like they feel so stressed that they are looking for a way out.
Yes.
And so they start counting on the possibilities that are out there, outside the ministry, outside the church, coupled with the emotional stress, the spiritual health, and all those things that have been affected by financial strain. The unrealistic expectations of people.
Yeah.
On pastors' children. You don't even know what's going on in the pastor's home. You don't know how they had their dinner. without meat. You do not, it's true, you do not understand how they weren't sure of when the school fees will come. Maybe the child has gone to ask daddy, I'm going back to school. School fees were we need shoes, and daddy's like, we commit it to God, he will supply. And the child is wondering,
all you need to do is pray.
When will this thing come that we're praying and waiting on? So the child is always in that state of
Prayer.
Expectation. There is nothing, let me use the word, in the state of uncertainty, because there is nothing looks certain. Everything has to be, if you have a need, you have to go and wait and let God supply it. And when God supplies it, then you now have it. And so a pastor's child starts wondering, okay, being a pastor's child within the extended family, are we the only ones in this family?
Okay, so it's funny, especially when in your extended family, it's only your family that has gone into ministry. Or maybe there's another family that's going into ministry, but they are doing all right. Or it is. So the question is, what exactly is my parent not doing right?
Are they lazy?
Or did they not? Or did they force God into this thing? Or maybe God did not call them.
Or maybe God didn't call them. Or are they not true? Maybe they are fake pastors.
Pastors.
Especially when pastors, this kind of pastors' children, they see other, there are levels of ministry. Okay?
Level past level.
When one pastor is riding a limousine, another pastor
is
does not know how dinner will come.
Exactly. So you question, then now the question is not going towards that parent. It is going to God. What exactly is going on, God?
Because they can't see the reality of what the parents are preaching.
Yes.
They can't see the reality of what other people are preaching. Okay, so are you saying God loves that family better than ours? Are you saying the call is different? Or what is it that they know?
Maybe God calls us to be poor.
Exactly. Or are those ones going to hell?
We were going to heaven because we are poor in spirit.
Do you understand? So it goes on and on. And sometimes the children don't also have the opportunity to discuss these thoughts with the parents.
My point of view when it comes to that is that because decisions like this are shoved down the children's throat, they are taught early in life to just pray and not to rely on other people. In short, growing up, it is go to God in prayer. I'm serious. Everybody should really go to God in prayer.
Which is a good way to train children.
Exactly. That is the best way to train children. But don't train children to only talk to God.
They should be able to talk to their parents.
Exactly.
Too. Maybe it will teach them how to talk to God.
Exactly. Because our relationship with God is a fathering relationship. It's about fatherhood. A child goes to his father and says, this is my cares, this is my burden, this is it. So can you train your child to have a relationship, a fathering relationship with God, and also have a fathering relationship with you?
Can we also look at pastor's child within the congregation where, let's say, even festive period, Easter, Christmas, or some festivities, churches have programs,
and it's only Christmas that counts. So it's only Christmas.
Everybody is coming looking their best, but pastors' children are not sure. Do they have Christmas clothes? What is Christmas going to be like? There are some pastors' home that it's actually during Christmas that they know that there is celebration, because that's when rice will come, chicken will come. Any other day.
Immediately started this thing, I told you that it's only Christmas that counts. It's only Christmas that counts, because on Christmas Day, church members will bring food to the pastor's house, different kind of meat and everything. Then they will package gifts, and they like to give us clothes because we don't have clothes.
Exactly.
So you wonder that.
So is it that one cloth that the child will wear throughout the year?
Honestly, when they have anniversary in church, you now wear that clothes that one church member gave you that year as and Christmas gift.
It's just sometimes the child feels awkward wearing it. Sometimes the child feels like it could be better. Sometimes the child wants an escape, does not want to attend that program. Because it's not feeling, there's a way you dress good and you feel good about it.
Sorry, do you think it's not the program you used to attend? I'm just thinking that we used to leave the house together, but we used to stay in the program together because of the awkwardness. And it goes down to, we were saying how it affects their life, the emotional life. It brings down, it can limit drastically the child's self-esteem.
Of course.
And
of course, when the child is consistently in a position of need, you know, the needs are always there. The desires are so many, and it looks as if the way the resources are crawling in, they're not even coming. Do you know another aspect? That sometimes, one of the things that make pastors' children reject ministry, they reject their family, and in the extreme sometimes they reject God. You know, is when they now look at their fathers and it looks as if they have to be ass kissers to even make ends meet. So there is this person in the church that is high and mighty or untouchable, and the person is calling your father out, and your father has to just keep quiet so
that you would collect the
no. So we're wondering why pastors' children are easily lured. They see a lot of things. They see a lot of things that are not congruent. They just cannot relate it. This is the man that has just preached faith. This is the man that has just preached love. This is the man that has just preached confidence or authority. But somebody is practically
living, begging through life.
You know,
relying on people through life.
So we're wondering, and this father is a pastor. Why is he behaving like that? Why is he following a bad group?
My question is, why won't he follow?
Why will he go and join a gang? Why will she do that? Her father is a pastor. She's always following.
And I know the father. If his father preach like this, you will think heaven is coming on it.
But sometimes that boy she's following is the one that has bought her lunch.
Tickets. It is ticket to fresh life.
So pastors' children, money matters. It's okay to do ministry. The stability of pastor's family has spillover effect on societal well-being. So while serving as a pastor or a minister has a sort of exalting effect on the pastor himself, expectations of the society can exert undue pressure on the children. So while the pastor is giving significant attention to preaching, while the pastor himself is giving significant attention to preaching and pastoral work, the child is there wondering, what's my lot in life? How will I survive this stage? Okay, when will it be good? When will our own family also step up? When will this ministry blow? Because you are looking at ministries around you and they are blowing. Things like these make it easy for pastors' children to be easily lured.
Yes.
But we have something to tell you if you're a pastor's child and you're out there. You feel justified to live the kind of life that you're living. You feel justified to take rash decisions. You feel justified to say you will go to where the money is. And sometimes you look back and you know that it's not really the kind of life you want.
Yes.
It's common. It is not happening because you're a pastor's child. People who are businessmen also go through this. There are phases and there are seasons in life.
Yes.
So don't own it as if it is because I'm a pastor's child and my parents have brought me to suffer. Someone that is developing a business will have to balance some things in the home as well.
Yes.
And over time, they will adjust. So we're saying, look at it from a different angle. Look at it with a different lens and adjust yourself. It's not forever, and it's definitely not because your parents are pastors. It is just life. And life is in phases. If there's anything you can do as a pastor's child, in terms of business, in terms of side hustle, to also support the family, why not? Instead of thinking your parents are lazy.
Even if it's just to fill your pocket, even if it's just for your use, why not?
Why not? And there are better decisions you can take. So you can actually use that opportunity to develop your skills, your talent.
Yes, especially now that the church is one of the best places to grow your talent.
Exactly.
It's one of the
Training,
yes, vocational
different
training.
things.
You go into music, you go into teaching, you go into all those
video recording,
Exactly.
video editing, all these things, graphic designs. You know, those opportunities are there for you in the church. So sometimes it looks as if it's a desert, everything is dry, and you have to look up to God for everything you need. And if you look well, everything you need is within that system.
Yeah.
You just need to open your heart and see it.
Okay, so for me, I would say that we don't trivialize money. Money is important. Honestly, you need money in this. It's the currency of this world. As long as we are on earth, it is the currency we need to live in this world. But God really has everything in himself and is ready to give. It might not come in the sense of giving you money, but he has placed you in a position to learn. Like you said, the church is a place where you can learn a lot of things, and God has placed you there. Can you find something to learn there? Can you build that talent? Can you learn that thing and prosper
And monetize it?
Yes, monetize it.
Monetize it.
Prosper in it. And when you do that, you realize that, and you need to understand that it is our point as pastors' kids is not because we want to live a soft life alone. It's not. Yes, money matters, but money is not everything.
Money is not everything.
Money matters, but money is.
And there are so many things you can buy with money.
Yeah.
But we validate
your feeling,
need for money, and we're saying, look inwards and see that there are better ways to achieve it than
alienating yourself from everything.
Alienating yourself, forsaking God, forsaking your family, saying you don't ever want to have anything to do with ministry. On this note, Ike, I'll be saying
bye
for now. See you next time.
Yes.